Hello everyone, Craig here from Console Monster, and today we're streaming Mortal Kombat X on the PlayStation 4. Today I've got Sean LeBode with me from Sold Out Games, so say hello, Sean.
Yeah, hi guys. How's it going, Craig?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Yourself?
Good. It's a beautiful day, but we're gonna be smashing it up indoors like we should, because we're real gamers, right?
Yeah, real gamers that loving fighting games. So pretty much, guys, what we're going to be doing now, I'm just going to be inviting Sean into some multiplayer, and we're going to be doing a few different things. We're going to be doing, well, several different modes, test your luck, tower battles, King of the Hill, and then other people that can probably join if you want to. I know it's a Sunday, a day of rest and all, but we'll have a few games online, and come and watch us and come and join. So fingers crossed everything runs alright on the stream. But what we'll do as well, guys, we'll be talking about Mortal Kombat X, what we like about the game, or Mortal Kombat history. So what our best parts of the series were. There's a long history from when probably both of us were young. I mean, how old are you, Sean?
I am 27 years of age.
So I'm probably 2 years older than Sean. I'm 29. So still, fingers crossed that he's probably played the first one, even if you're not old enough like I wasn't. Still brought to me when I was younger on a SNES, in my first game.
There's graphics.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't have minded if they re-released all them with a bit higher resolution for the next gen consoles. It still would be fun to play, but it's what it is.
So,
Right.
How long ago was the original Mortal Kombat, from what you remember? I really can't remember a pinpoint a date. I want to say the 80s, but I'm sure it could be that.
No, it is 1992.
Really?
That's when it hit the consoles. Anyway, the very first ones, but it was in arcades about a year or so beforehand. So it goes back a long way. I mean, as I say to Sean, as I say to you guys, there's a lot of history and a lot of tough history as well regarding to the laws that have changed. Actually, what we see now, affects the games, like the game ratings, the age ratings, are all thanks to Mortal Kombat from the 90s. So it stems all the way back. It didn't really bother me at the time, but the blood and gore caused massive problems for the gaming industry, and even went into court into America. So
Really?
yeah, I mean, I recommend if you go into YouTube and have a look at MKX Secrets. It's a very good channel, and if you go through them, it goes through absolutely everything that's there. Yeah.
Remember that can happen, if you can continue to hurt people after they've been killed, and all those fine details, and I can actually see why it's done that, because now you say Mortal Kombat, one of those pioneer games that kind of affected the age rating of video games. It makes sense now, but such a game has changed the way that the age rating is video games. I guess it's quite crazy, and the blood hasn't actually come to stop. It's just, in fact, it's got a lot worse over the years, which is good. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that gets off on like watching the fatalities in these games, and it's like really great. But it's just, there's only so many different ways that you can chop up or dismember a human being, and with Mortal Kombat X, I thought they would be able to take it another step further from 9. But the guys at NetherRealm Studios, take the hat off to them. There's different ways of pulling apart a human body, and I don't think it could be possible.
Yeah, with the fatalities, there's a lot of them, especially with different mixes of character classes, the different variations that you can use. I mean, in terms of blood and gore in games, I mean, Gears of War series, which was one of my favourite ones, that upped the bar, especially, and that's just to say it lightly, with the Lancer chainsaw, which still now, if they remaster that, it'll be brilliant. Oh, and for the first time, the Jason characters appearing in the character menu on the left-hand side.
Oh, was that not doing it before?
No, well, it must have been a part of the update. It must have been a part of the update, because the characters are released in 2 weeks as part of the combat pack. You'll be able to try them for free in the living towers, but can't do anything else. So But looking into the Mortal Kombat history, going back then, there was only 8 characters to play, and you know, it was, well, obviously great graphics at the time, but you know, pretty, well, not good now. But for that, you know, going all the way from then to now, and how many characters we've got, I think Netherland can be very pleased with the amount of characters they've got, and despite leaving a lot out that are in the story mode. But who knows if they will appear. Yeah.
It was short, but it was in a good kind of way.
Yeah, well, I like the story. I mean, I think I was warned about a week or so beforehand because I've been outside for Mortal Kombat for about a good month or so in advance, and then pre-warned about the story only being like an hour or too long. I was slightly worried because if I remember Mortal Kombat Mortal Kombat, the original one, being about 5-6 hours long it seems, and then, oh god, the last thing I wanted was a shorter one. But it was good. I mean, I didn't keep track of the time while playing story mode, and I think it covered a lot of bases. Mixed things up quite a lot. They had to include Shinnok from the last game at the end of the story because they reimagined the last game as if at the very beginning of the whole, you know, starting it again with a story, you know, telling it in a new way. So I knew Shinnok would have to be in the game. So I mean, what did you think of it as well, Sean?
I loved Mortal Kombat 9. Actually, it was literally the first 3 stories into one. Great way of story, just the game in general. And one bit I was worried about was if they were just adding the story into the game that was actually canon. Was it just made up just for the game? But I found, you know, Cassie, was she even around back in the day? So putting that aside, it's very cool. Yeah, no, it's a great game. Love the story. It was decent length in comparison to just what after we won.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, yeah, I mean the crypt. I mean that's the only one part let down for me. Although I've done my video review. I've yet to do my written because I wanted to do that on the basis of the, you know, keep trying out the servers because it's again the problem is that, as I've mentioned, here comes probably a fatality. If it's the one I think it is. Oh, he just punched me.
It's Jax. Jax doesn't need to do much else.
No, I think just really figured out brutalities as well, because it takes me a while to decipher what you have to do it. So, yeah, that was a bit disappointing. No, it's alright. I'm not expecting to win every game. I beat my mate 10-1 the other day, and then he resorted to spamming to keep beating me after then. So it was a bit disappointing. But yeah, as I was saying about the crypt, the crypt. If you played Deadly Alliance, I think it's called Deadly Alliance, I'm almost certain it is. Back in 2002, that's after long lull after Mortal Kombat 4 between the horrible spin-off games that are around. It's I think that the crypt, the way they did it, it was pretty standard. It was over the top. You know, you didn't have to do much running around looking for things. It was there. You don't have to think, oh, if I missed something, it's there. And that's something that, you know, you have to look for weapons to unlock another area. I don't agree with the way they've done it. Should have kept it standard. And, you know, I spent last night looking through the crypt, and I was like, you know, oh, I can't get through unless I find something. And, you know, and it annoyed me. It annoyed me a lot. I mean, I've unlocked quite a few extra, you know, fatalities and things, but I just wish they kept it secret a bit more easier and accessible. But it's great to unlock a lot of content behind there. You know, I think it's supposed to be controversial. You know, again, the microtransactions, to have the, you know, easy fatalities. You know, it should be where you do, you know, you don't need that. You know, you're learning. Although I think fatalities have come a long way from way back when in the original they had to rely on a guide to when it was released about a month or so later.
Yeah, I mean the fatalities in this game, they are the second fatality. At 9, you just had to know the combination, whereas you have to put twice. I haven't actually put anything. But it's slightly so I can't think
yeah, and a lot of brutality was unlocked as well.
yeah.
Round 2, fight.
Fatalities though, they've come a long way. I mean, they used to just be another combination of the original. Now it's have to go with setup so that every character is different. But rather than the original into menu and everything.
Yeah, I think around the fatalities, I mean, I enjoyed the babalities in Mortal Kombat 9, you know, but I think they're all too similar. I mean, babalities and friendships were a really fun part of playing that, you know, one-upmanship against your friend. You know, as you've learned the combo, it would have been nice to see friendships in the game, but you know, if not any babalities. And I missed the Dan Corrigan bit where it's just as toasty in the bottom corner. I just wish they'd have done that earlier. And it took me ages to get that in Mortal Kombat 9 to figure out. I was like, yes, you know, it's, you know, it was. Right, let's have a look at the. Alright, here we go for that. There we go.
No. I like my eyes where they are.
Yeah, I unlocked another fatality, but I don't understand why it hasn't come up in here. I don't know. I did that in the crypt last night. But you know, a lot of fatalities were quite good. I mean, again, like yourself, Mortal Kombat 9 was a good game. I was really excited when I played it, and the reviews were good. And then when, you know, all the different characters, so, you know, Sector and Cyrax, you know, I wish they were in the game. It explained a lot about them, without giving too much spoilers, you know, away. Oh, he's changed his costume. I've only got that one. Without spoilers away, it's how can I put? You know, you see different characters, you know, like Scorpion, and I wouldn't have recognised him. I think it's like when you get to Takeda's chapter, when I didn't think that was Scorpion at first, and you think, oh, is that Scorpion? And then I can understand Sub-Zero, because Mortal Kombat 2 game, you know, he didn't have his mask on. You know, I kind of knew that was Sub-Zero because the other one died in Mortal Kombat 9. And you know, then you think that's his brother, not the actual one from, you know, Sub-Zero. And I don't think I've unlocked this character skin, the original one, for Sub-Zero.
I don't know how I did it. I have been playing, however, the mobile version of the game, so
Yeah, Farmer Jacks and all that.
right. Oh, yeah. that was pretty cool. Yeah, no, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, skin, story. It's pretty good to see, like, an alternative variation, so you can see, that there is another side to them. Otherwise it's going to be the kind of same game. So yeah, it's good to see progress. 20 years after
Round 2.
Yeah, it's about 20 so years if you judge on, you know, how old Cassie Cage and, you know, all the other new younger siblings are. I don't understand how Takeda's Kenshi's son, because I don't think he's Japanese at all. You know, that's the only part I don't get. You can't see Kenshi's eyes underneath. Well, you can, but you know, that bit didn't really help a lot. I think the intriguing part for me, I mean, I kind of knew at the beginning, again, I hope to try and give some more spoilers away, that, you know, the whole thing would be centred around Johnny Cage and Sonya and Cassie. I kind of knew, and I wasn't, you know, I'm not unhappy about it. You know, it's good to see, you know, Cassie Cage is a great character to play with, a mixture of Sonya and Johnny Cage's moves. You know, I kind of knew she'd be towards the end, but I don't know, it didn't explain too much very well why I suppose they were separated, you know, they didn't get on as much. It didn't explain certain things, and it would have been nice. Obviously the ending that, you know, we've talked about on Twitter, you know, I'm not going to really talk about it here, you know, you always want to leave things open for, you know, future games, and I think NetherRealm have got quite a lot they can really build on now, to get the online, you know, a lot better, to get more content in the story. You know, I don't think we'll see one for a few years, but it's, you know, Mortal Kombat, this game's become the most successful Mortal Kombat game of all time, so, you know, we shouldn't be surprised at that.
So, what is Kano going to do? I love my stomach, thank you.
Yeah, your head will just,
Kano wins.
Right, what we'll do now, we'll back out and go into Test Your Luck, I think, and have some random fun. And I think Test Your Luck, I've been asking the question for a long time now, you know, is that going to be online play? Because it's perfect with friends around, and luckily it was. You know, I was panicking, thinking, you know, it's not going to do very well without it, because playing it to mate with 7 modifiers on this turbo combat, upside down combat, it was
That's crazy.
but yeah, that was definitely crazy. Right, let's see if I can test your luck. Private match. Hopefully, I'll just quickly send you the invite in.
Which 9 did have was they had tag before, didn't they?
Yeah, and they said on. I listened to Major Nelson's podcast again with that. You know, even though on PlayStation 4 guys, you know, it's Mortal Kombat across the board. You know, Microsoft and Xbox One version. You know, it's not just about the PlayStation version, although it does play better on here. He said that he couldn't get that tag in because it was too much. They didn't want they want to get what they've got now right, and then they can work on something for the future. I don't think it'll be patched in, but they said that they can look at that for future games, and it would be great. I mean, it would have been nice. And I was kind of expecting. I was kind of expecting them to do it in like single player, like with Mortal Kombat 9, where I think you get your Sonya in against both Melina and Katana. You know, I was expecting some 2-on-1 matches, and I was slightly disappointed with that. But you know, we'll see. I mean, they can have plenty of different things then in the future. I'm gonna keep it at 5 modifiers for now. I won't up it till 7 yet, but we'll see where we go.
Injustice didn't have tag from what I remember either.
Yeah, and Injustice, now I had the code through when the PlayStation 4 first came out of Injustice, and I reviewed it for another previous website back in the day, and they've incorporated a lot of good things from Injustice in. But let's have a look at these modifiers. Armored, no time and increased fire, it's not too bad. Oh, you got teleport. Don't worry, I think I've got that as well. Oh, this makes it a bit. There we go. Yeah, Injustice incorporates a lot of good things, and I never completed the Injustice story, although their story made it was a lot longer. It's incorporated a lot of good. It's incorporated a lot of good things, and but I'll be the first to admit I've neglected Injustice, and I really need to get back on there at some point. Evan Black, yeah.
Kind of has a bit of Harley Quinn's moveset. Well, I remember, you know, the forward roll, kind of shooting the way up, or just the 2 guns. She had 1, but it looks like there's someone that's been inspired, which is pretty cool. New modifiers, that was mental. So the fact that we were glowing yellow was the armor.
Yeah, well, it didn't look like it was armor, or it didn't feel like it was armor, to be honest. Juggle combat, yeah, that's going to be breakers disabled. Rain assist, I don't like that modifier. Oh.
No jump.
God fists.
Round 1. Fight.
I mean, the one thing that I never knew that Scorpion was a part of Injustice, even though it's the Ultimate Edition. It wasn't until me and my friend talked about the other day that he was in it, and then I was gobsmacked that I completely missed it. Yeah. I mean, if you look at Mortal Kombat versus DC, that was that's still a sore subject. Yeah, because it was good to see that, but it's just massive letdown again. Yeah, we're going not killing people, and the story mode just completely didn't make any sense to me. But yeah.
Round 2.
Rain was pretty cool. Shame that.
Yeah, and I think for Rain is I didn't like him in a story mode because it's not the Rain we're used to, and I don't want him to sound like he's one of the Power Rangers from outer space. If you remember back in the day, they had like these alien rangers that come in that all speak like with gargling water. You know, I didn't really like that style of Rain. You know, we're used to him looking like how Scorpion, Sub-Zero look. You know, and I think the same can be said for Reptile. I'm not a massive fan of this Reptile. They could have at least included the skin that reverted him back to the old style. I mean, it's the backstories. You put him as a new one, but it didn't look right for me, and that's a shame. I know you've got everyone looking the same, but you know, it's going to kind of upset the balance. Oh, if I won it again. Yeah. Because you were kicking me arse for a lot of that, and I've only just looked at the top of the screen. I'll pick some new characters.
Yeah. What do you think? So, I mean, in original Mortal Kombat, all the variations of ninjas was a different type of elemental kind of character. So, you know, Scorpion was obviously like fire, so he was kind of orange.
Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage.
But in this game, they have been tweaked, and it's not so much like the originals. Is that something that you kind of you're cool? Because I know you said that Reptile doesn't look like Ninja, and Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I guess, are the only two that look kind of similar to their original form. Whereas Rain looks a bit more like a Power Ranger. Trevor, from what you've seen as a DLC character, do you think he's going to look a bit similar to how he should overhaul him?
Yeah, it's. I think it's a tough one. Really, I'm all up from looking like how they should, and you know, I understand why they do what they do, but you know, I think it's got to be a balance between. It really has got to be a balance between what the old fans want and, you know, to keep these review scores high. We always seem to doing something different, but you know, I'm happy with Scorpion and Sub-Zero looking how they are. Although what I will say is, you know, what they should have done with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, like match the story skins to the normal, to what they are on the character screen, and straight off I'm to unlock them. So, I mean, Sub-Zero without his mask on should be the first thing there, and it isn't. You have to unlock him. Sub-Zero, you know, I'm a bit disappointed at things like that. You know, because you know you go in story mode, you know, you're playing as him, and then think, oh, why has he got the mask on? If you go into character, you know, it needs to be explained. You know, because you don't go into story mode and think, oh, why is Sub-Zero wearing a mask if he's not wearing a mask in, you know, in story mode? You know, you have to do a bit of explaining around it. mean, don't the variations are, you know, are really good. Oh, well done. The way the variations are really good. You can definitely see the differences between them. Let's see. Oh, I hate the loads of things. Yeah, I mean, around OP, I mean, I watched, I think it's the 2 days beforehand, it was on the Xbox, Xbox hosted a, oh, I missed that. Microsoft hosted an event for tournaments with Perfect Legend, all the season pro veterans of like fighting games playing, and I watched a lot of their streams, and it was pretty much Kenshi and Kung Lao we're seen as a lot of like OP because of the moves and the combos that you can string together, and you haven't got to look in. You know, you've done a good job of mixing it up because no two characters, no two variations are really the same, and you can master different ones. I mean, my favourite character is Kenshi because I've mastered all three. Yeah, it's me, him, and I don't know. Oh, I think I'm going to use both rounds for the first time. Between him and Goro, really, those two characters, I wasn't playing that, I can master them. You know, it's recommended to learn all of them. You're encouraged to play as every single character in the game for the trophies and achievements. Cassie's my third favourite best because she's got a good mixture.
Yeah, she is like you said, perfect blend between kind of Sonya and Johnny Cage. I mean, if anyone has
test your luck,
comic character that no one really takes too seriously, but he's got a moveset.
Round one, fight.
And Sonya has been great.
Yeah, because I think the humour she comes out with in the story mode, and again, I mean, I haven't unlocked the selfie fatality yet, but I have seen it. Yeah, it's just bringing, you know, Cassie Cage could be one of the main characters going forward. And I never realised about Kung Jin being the gay character until I read something. You know, it wasn't really shown in the story mode, you know, until it was seen on like the internet afterwards. I'm like, oh, that was never shown in game.
They said in regards to there is that but then it was all one of the guys points out, oh, glad you guys have noticed this thing. Kind of kept it a bit in your face. It's a bit of a oh, it's an Easter. It kind of knows that people knows, and it's it's a subtle, and sometimes subtle is cool. Yeah, but that was only like a little small bit in the story anyway that I never picked up on myself. So,
yeah,
it was cool.
Yeah, it's certain things I just pick up on. I mean, Jax. You know, I was never a fan of Jax, and I don't know why really, because I thought, I mean, I feel like look at Injustice with people that have similar movesets as Jax. They're strong. Oh, I can't remember his name. But Jax, yeah, I think you know who I mean. It's I'll try Jax for once.
Did Cyborg have his long-range lunge attack punch?
I think he did. Yeah, I think it is Cyborg who I'm referring to. Yeah. He wasn't the first go-to person because I didn't really enjoy playing as in Mortal Kombat 3 because I didn't like his movesets at the time. You know, I'm gonna go up the modifiers to 6. Why not? Just make it a bit more difficult. I didn't enjoy his movesets back then compared to other people at the time because I used a lot of Sindel.
Okay.
back then, but I think Jax was. I like him in this game. Don't get me wrong, but I think back then, you know, Jax's moveset wasn't really great. I think his daughter though, Jackie's. Again, I don't like her moveset in this. I like his this time, but I don't like Jackie's because Jackie hasn't really got anything that's really unique. It's just punch, kicks, and you know, it wasn't great.
Yeah, I found playing with Jackie whereas Raiden moveset is a lot more you get to it, it's a lot easier. Whereas like Jackie now, on the other hand, jump in actually into his moveset make a big difference.
I mean, looking back into Mortal Kombat history, so I think, I remember being back in like 96, 97, I think when my cousins and my friends had the PlayStation back then. I think Mortal Kombat 4 came out, and that changed a lot of the dynamics of the game, going more into 3D and more use of the environment. And if I remember correctly, I think it was banned at one point. I think they banned it. It was a game back then that introduced a lot of characters, and introduced Shinnok, to be fair. And I think Mortal Kombat 4 took a massive risk in doing what it did. It paid off in a way, but then that also brought the spin-offs. I don't know if you've played them, but you know, the Sub-Zero one, which was just, good God, I wouldn't recommend that game to anybody. I think it was Sub-Zero Anthologies, I think it was called. And then Mortal Kombat Special Forces, which again, like I said at the beginning, I think recommend you watching the Mortal Kombat Secrets channel. We've got the history of Mortal Kombat on there, and it's amazing in-depth look at why games did well, what didn't do so well. I think Mortal Kombat 4 was one of the better games, and then it just, I think that was the last proper game until Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance came out and changed things and really, you know, I never completed Deadly Alliance story because it got ridiculously hard towards the end, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Would you say the whole entire series of Mortal Kombat is your favourite character and your character? So someone that's really good at someone that just doesn't know
Round one. Fight.
I'm just busy looking at how much extra modifiers you've got. You've got moon boots as well. I like to see you jump now, Sean. Oh, there you go, flying a lot higher. It's a tough one because my favourite character when I was younger was Raiden, one of my first ones, and I've kind of stuck with him. But it's a very difficult one to say. I mean, I do like playing pretty much all of them. I'd say probably be Sub-Zero overall. Because back then in '92, seeing ninjas fight, you know, because that's when like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was it kind of reminded me of in a way it was kind of Shredder, you know, just seeing always wearing like some kind of, you know, multicoloured like ninja suit. I thought, oh, I was attracted to, even though you didn't really get a sense of the story of each character back then. It was Sub-Zero and Scorpion that I just like playing as. They freeze people and pull people to get over here.
what was his moveset anyway?
No, it's not so much Shredder. It means that it's like comparing him to like Shredder off the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, because I enjoyed, watching, things like that, like seeing ninjas and that's what kind of drew me to Scorpion and Sub-Zero as as characters. Yeah, oh, is it? I think it mixed with Kintaro and Mortaro. Is Mortaro the one with the orange?
Mortaro is half
Don't say I didn't warn you.
The previous Mortal Kombat I had was the anthology series.
Final round. Fight.
But he was literally half force. It was pretty cool. It was pleasure-wise. I don't know the series. Taro was Tiger.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I would have thought they would have brought Shang Tsung into this, even though he's been in practically every single game. I know obviously we changed it a bit and brought people back, but I thought Shang Tsung would have been an integral part of the game somehow, because Diamond's been brought back. I can imagine it's a very tough call. What they've had to do is to bring new characters in while sacrificing others. That PC modder who's managed to find them to bring in Rain, Sindel, bring these in under the Shinnok and change the move sets. They could bring them back, but I can only imagine how difficult the let's quit out and we'll pick tower battles now, I think. I can only imagine how difficult it would have been for them.
Yeah, I mean, was there an official reason for what you see? Because I remember Ed Boon mentioned something about not being able to fit that many, but I don't want to have a dig, but we're on like Blu-ray discs now, and I'm sure it can't be that hard to add a character that is playable that you face in the story, but into a game. I mean, the characters are there in the game. It's just there's not. I'm not sure if that just coming up. I would love to play those characters again.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of the few characters to select from. I mean, in this current day and age where we've got Street Fighter, Tekken, Super Smash Bros. having well over 35 characters now as standard. It could be potential DLC. They've done it before in Mortal Kombat 9. They did it as well with Injustice 2 rounds of DLC characters. And there's a story mode that they're going to add to bits from what I've heard. I think the potential they're going to be there. The PC modders who unlock them, yes, it's in the game, it's playable. But from what I remember, when facing them on single player mode, I don't remember their movesets being
No, they weren't. No.
different to 9. So Sindel, as you like from Mortal Kombat 9, did you notice that she had any new moves you played against her?
No, not really at all. No.
Okay, so I would love to be able to play those characters, but it would be kind of cool to see them with new moves as well. But I'm not going to complain. They're more characters, and we could always do it more. But
Yeah, I think looking when we talk about size on Blu-ray discs and that, I mean, look at the Halo Master Chief Collection having all 4 games, onto a Blu-ray disc of all the multiplayer, and now they're adding ODST in, as a download. You look at if they can do that, then why can't just fighting game get as many things in? Like the concept is that we're both fighting individual matches up the tower, and the winner at the end has got you put the most points, and most points in the match. So it's like we're doing our own tower battles at the same time, but the winner's the person with the most points at the end. That's the easiest way to describe that. Time and challenges, yeah. But it's kind of like in a way to test your luck as well, because you've got different things to make it challenging.
You show little promise.
Round 2.
online?
It counts towards the 200 match achievement trophy, because each match of the tower counts towards an online game as well. So it always helps. I mean, you can have 8 people in the tower battles. Like, you know, I ended up like 4th out of 8 last night with my score. You know, it's just good competition. Harry, I mean, is Goro your first one? Yeah, but I've just done one by accident.
Kenshi wins.
Mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It's not fun, but I did, however, notice someone shouts "Oh snap" when you do an uppercut. So I wonder if that's the replacement of it. Well, once when I played the story mode. Maybe it was just Cassie. You know, Cassie is kind of whipped the times down to kids with her bubble gum.
Yeah.
Round 1, fight.
So after the gets
No, you just go through your own pace. Yeah, I'm on my second fight now already. Yeah, he was kicking man at the beginning. Yeah. Points go against you. I think your tower would stop and you'd have to wait till I finish mine to see the score. I think it's if you lose, you're off the tower.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, it's about 5 matches. No, it's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. Yeah. I just scraped it last night. You can do finish. Finish just gives you more points. Oh, I missed. All adds to a nice mix, I think. It's just a shame with sometimes the networks are down on both with the faction towers. I think we've done a great job with faction towers, but I think we could have done that a bit better. Because if you're on the winning, there's like a trophy or achievement for getting ranked 50 in each faction. But if you're in the winning faction every week, which is clearly the Link Way, which has been since the beginning, you're not going to change factions, because then you get better things for like the war towers and the fights. You get better perks for it, so you need to encourage mixing around the factions a bit, to be honest.
Yeah. Cool. So which faction did you go with?
I like sparring with you.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate.
I'm just as formidable as
Brotherhood of Shadow.
And with less spark jokes.
Round 1, fight.
Cool.
Special forces, and the thing is, on that faction thing, you can still pick any character, and that you should limit which character to play, providing on which faction you're in, and it doesn't do that, which is a shame. Yeah, and I've never been able to use that fatality because I've tried, but I'm not getting anywhere with it. I'll have a try. There's now technically wrong line.
Battle and I are one.
Yeah, that's true actually. So that'll be a good time, I guess.
Yeah, there's something. Hold R2 with left. Oh, okay.
Round 2.
I'll try that. Again, another tough one, because I don't think there's really any fatalities. It was friendships that are always my favourite ones. I'm not able to use my faction kill. What? Friendships are my favourite ones. I mean, the Johnny Cage ones, and I just love the friendships. They're just hilarious. I mean, sometimes I watch like YouTube compilations of all the friendships just to see how funny it was.
Kenshi wins. Fatality.
Did Animalities make it back into the series?
They
were pretty cool.
Not since Mortal Kombat 3 or Mortal Kombat Trilogy, I think. I'm not sure. I think it might have been in Mortal Kombat 4 as well, to be honest, but I'm not sure, to be honest, with that.
Yeah, I just remember Liu Kang just, turning into a dragon, biting top half.
Round 1. Fight!
Really,
It was in the Babalities were in the last Mortal Kombat game. Yeah. Yeah. I've looked on YouTube then, but Babalities were definitely in the last one. Yeah. Yeah. It did. Sub-Zero had one where... No, Scorpion had one where he did the get over you with a spear and he fell over and he was crying. Because he missed. You'll have to have a look now if you want. And I think I put a link on last night. I'll have to check my feed. There was a funny... I think it wasn't really recorded like funny intros of the Scorpion and Sub-Zero in this game. It was dead funny. It's worthwhile having a look at.
Kenshi wins. Fatality.
She only meant well. Give it to Kano any day.
Yeah.
Every fatality.
Well, Kane has become a pain in the backside in terms of story. He was a pain in the backside in the story when you get to him because it was just very hard to beat. Because he kept using the spin, the spinning move, and you got no chance. Because even when you go up in the corner, it's like he's spamming you. You can't get out.
Fight.
I don't know if the voice actor of him was the one. No, I don't think he was. I think the voice actor died in real life. The character I think of in Mass Effect 2. The English character, I think the voice actor of him died, but it sounds like him. Yeah, it was one of the DLC characters in Mass Effect 2. Something like that. No, but the voice sounds so similar. No, it can't be hard to do a Cockney accent, in the voice actor, because I think Troy Baker. Troy Baker's. Yeah.
Troy Baker's in this game. What I've heard as well.
Unless he's doing Kano, I'd imagine.
I thought he's doing Chinook.
Tower champion.
I'm more after looking at that because I think I'll do another one of them. I think with Troy Baker, because Troy Baker's impacted every game out now. Because I was a big fan of Troy Baker in the Transformers game series of the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, where he was in Jetfire. Because that was an English character's voice. That's a similar kind of act. That's what made me thought, oh, could that be Troy Baker? And I think, no, it can't be. Because I thought it's supposed to be Kiefer Sutherland that was rumoured to be a role in this, as what I'd heard months ago. Because I think he liked Slip on Twitter, something that he was in the next Mortal Kombat game. And I keep thinking, which voice is Kiefer Sutherland? Yeah, but then obviously with Metal Gear, I'd imagine that'll probably be put on the back burner.
say I've actually noticed Keith, someone sounding like Keith.
No, and maybe he wasn't in the end. It was just that I remember him saying that he was supposed to be doing a voice in Mortal Kombat, and I did listen out for him. But you know, I looked at IMDb, or IDMB, whatever the website is, and I couldn't see his, you know, character. I recognise the voice of Jax and other things as well, and it drew me head in. I think I recognise that voice because you can recognise voice actors. So as I mentioned privately off this stream, I'm good friends with Ari Kenshin, who does a lot of voices. He does it in Saints Row as Pierce Washington, and his other things that he's done with Dead Rising and Battlefield Hardline. And I speak to him quite a lot, and you know, you get to know what their voice is like, you know, what things they do.
Yeah.
I think Troy Baker disguised it quite well. You know, you can definitely tell it's him in certain things, like Far Cry 4.
Yeah. Well, Far Cry was one of those games where
Round 1.
didn't
Fight.
like I guess that as well as Batman Origins.
No, you're never going to be the same unless it's Mark Hamill doing that, really, I don't think.
Yeah.
You can't, it's hard to really beat Mark Hamill as the voice of Joker.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah. I just think very big voice of Black.
Don't really hear Aaron Black speak that much, to be honest.
I'll tell you what though, when you do this combo,
Liu
just
Kang
non-stop,
wins.
it's like, oh, the gun is much better than that. And he just keeps running on this big line. And I was like, okay, Aaron, now you're cool. Let's calm down a bit, but it's good. Jennifer Hale also does the voice of Tanya. Jennifer Hale is...
Yeah, that'll make sense, yeah. Yeah, Mass Effect is the female Captain Shepard, yeah.
Round 1.
And
Fight.
Phil Lamar.
Just keeping an incentive, I've lost the first match, and it automatically puts you onto the second match. I don't know how I lost it, I don't know why I wasn't paying attention. But... Yeah, I lost. I thought it was a bit weird.
Battle and I are one.
Round 2. Fight.
He's one of the ultimate spammers as far as I'm concerned. Back in the day, just holding the circle or holding the button and doing that flying kick move across the room. It was actually quite funny listening to him. He did make a lot of funny. He made funny sounds while doing it, but you know, it was just a bit OP back in the day. And the test your mic was another thing. I'm glad they brought that into the towers, but having to use a pen in between the buttons to get the last one done, it was ridiculous. Like the torture room in Metal Gear Solid, you know, it was ridiculous.
Finish him.
No, it'd be like using the blanket in Street Fighter, you keep using the electric move, you know. That makes sense.
Kenshi wins.
So are you back into this next round then?
I mean, I've done the second round against Reptile. I'm just onto my third one, so I imagine with my loss, because I don't think it was that much between us, being honest, in the points in the last match. I think you might end up beating me in this one.
Just because of the first fight?
Because I lost the first fight, I'd imagine so. You get punished, you get penalised really with it. Oh, it's a Portal combat now. Crap. It's on the third one against Quanti, Portals actually appearing. I played bits of it, yeah. I played bits of it. I mean, I should have given that a lot more time than I did do. Just being honest, when I was on the Vita, all I kept playing was Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 remastered, because I liked doing that. That was one of the, at the time when that came out, Mortal Kombat came out, it was that Metal Gear Solid Remaster came out, and I couldn't stop playing it.
Fight.
Yeah, I was never a fan of that game, but it's just 2 and 3 that I've always. I just can't stop playing. And I think when Metal Gear 5 comes out, I'll be non-stop on that. I'll tell you. I've ordered the £100 edition with the metal arm. But I'm a massive fan of Kiefer Sutherland, so although it's quite disappointing, I suppose, to not have David Hayter do the voice of Snake. Kiefer Sutherland's, you know, his voice is so recognisable, and he does such a good job of whatever he does, especially with Jack Bauer. But you know, it's good to have. That's the part I'm looking at. And again, Troy Baker's in that as well. I think it says Revolver Ocelot, or it's so it's going to be a very good summer and late summer of games, to be honest.
Well, it's funny enough. I'm super hardcore for MGS, but recently they announced
Round
show
1.
gameplay
Fight.
for
Well, yeah, going into release games and releasing same type of games out on the same kind of same days, wrong. I mean, the worst sufferer of that, because as I've said, I'm a big racing game fan, was back in 2010 when Blur split second, and there was another game that came out. I think it was Mario. It was another racing game that came out on the PlayStation. All came out within the same day. Blur suffered for it, because Blur is a fantastic racing game, and you know, at the end they turned off the support and they weren't going to do it, and a lot of people played it. You know, it's just a shame, because you keep pulling the market. So it's like releasing Forza Horizon 2 with, you know, Drive Club on the same day and Mario Kart on the same day. You know, someone's going to lose out, and then it's people's jobs on the line, because, you know, if it doesn't do well in sales, especially in this day and age. And I'll be honest, I haven't even seen any Mad Max gameplay. It's not a game that's bothered me. You know, I'm gonna I'll have a look at it, but
it was released a few days ago, and it's like a 5-minute trailer. And if you can imagine the love child between Batman, Arkham Knight, as well as mixing with a bit of drive into it, and the feel and theme of the Mad Max
Round 1. Fight.
It's got a perfect blend of stuff. I didn't want to go into this game.
yeah, I think the main one of the, if we're looking at games of the year and contenders, I mean, I skipped Batman Arkham Origins. I'll be honest. You know, I don't know why, because I'm Arkham City and Arkham Asylum fan, but I'm the game I'm really, apart from Project Cars, Arkham Knight is going to be one of the biggest games of the year, and I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. It's going to be a good game.
Battle and I are one.
Round 2. Fight.
No one was expecting.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I've not even seen the Mad Max film, so I don't know why, but I'm disappointed in myself. So.
To be honest, I haven't.
Finish her!
And I'm willing to watch the original just because
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those things where the
Kenshi
game's come out
wins.
just because of the film, and then the game's going to be complete cack.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been burned by many of those in the past, apart from, I guess, Spider-Man 2, the video game.
Yes, yes, I agree with that. I totally forgot about Spider-Man 2. The video game was really, really good. That's a game I totally forgot about, and now you've reminded me.
And then I guess on the flip side, you have the Street Fighter movie, video game,
Yeah.
which is the worst thing ever.
There is more recent ones that are absolutely totally rubbish. X-Men, I think it was Wolverine, is it?
Oh yeah.
I was a massive fan of that. And that was back out that was 2006.
Yeah,
I think that was.
There was. Yeah, the thing with the X-Men, that Wolverine game is, it had a really cool feature where if you're getting attacked, you can see Wolverine kind of coming apart. You can see like bone, muscle, tissue, and then you kind of see it regenerate in real time. But other than that, it was just a traditional platformer.
Oh, look at that! Not much points between us. But yeah, I think I've only just won it. Again.
You squeezed that one right there at last.
I'm gonna have to do best of 5 on the.
Challenges as well. It's best man one there.
Yeah, well, best out of 5 on that one's 2. And there's plenty of time on that one. That's again, if going back to Mortal Kombat, that there's plenty of different things you can do really. Team battle, again, we haven't got enough people really as part of it. It doesn't really allow player battles on that one. But the amount of games. I mean, look at movies and they would tie up in games. I mean, I know Alien Isolation isn't really. I can put based on a film that's out at the same time. Alien Isolation was a really, really good game. It surprised me actually, considering Alien Colonial Marines was probably one of the worst games I've played in years, and it really surprised me. Alien Isolation. It's I don't know if have you played it, Sean?
I have a love-hate relationship. The love comes from the fact that I appreciate it. The hate is because when I went to Eurogamer last year, they had a nice booth where sit down and try this Alien Isolation game that everyone's going on about, and I sat down and didn't move once. Physically and in the game, it was horrific. It was scary. It was everything it needed to be done, and I appreciate the fact that it done it well. But I don't see horror.
Tower battle.
No.
Those things that will be the end for me.
So you haven't played Outlast
awesome.
then? That's.
Oh, no,
Outlast scared the hell out of me.
Outlast was. See, I played a couple of. I played the first hour or two of Outlast, and I love the psychological kind of horror games more than the jump scare horror games. So anything that's there to jump at you, I'm not getting with. If it was psychological, let's say Silent Hill, for instance, when it's building the atmosphere and just weird noises, and I guess to a point, if you've ever played Bloodborne, there is a theme that's in the background of people talking, and it was talking.
I will study Sento. You cannot have it.
Really depressed and sad. And
Round
really
1.
creepy.
Fight.
Even though it's not meant to be, like, it's not being intentional. Stuff like that, I really
Yeah, I think with Alien Isolation, the only thing that really appeals to me is like kind of a Dead Space feel to it. Your save points that you've got to use to continue on. Those kind of games to play with my Turtle Beach headset on, so I like the atmospheric, and it did well for sound. I mean, I think it's one of the BAFTAs that it was nominated for, for best sound. So it's things like that. And horror games, I mean, one of my favourite ones was Condemned. That for me, Condemned was a fantastic game. Condemned 2 went a bit too crazy, and it didn't make sense in terms of story. But Condemned was one of the original ones, because there's one part of Condemned where it's, again, it will be a spoiler, I suppose, but it's where you open the locker up and there's nothing there, and all of a sudden you turn around and then you just start shitting you up.
Why would you make a human? Kill a human. But Condemned is. I played Condemned not knowing what it was, and I like the fact in the first one, I played the second one, that all the enemies, from what I've heard, are just homeless or human. They're not monsters or mutants, what I've been told. also the fact that, I mean, have you ever watched the show Heroes?
Yes, I was going to say the same thing. The lead voice person of Condemned's I can't remember his name now. Because
His name was
Round 1.
not Officer Park, is it?
Oh, yeah, no. What's his name? That Parkman.
Yeah, that's it. I got some part of it right. But yeah, because Heroes was one of my favourite TV series back in the day when that was. It is. They lost the plot when the writers had the big writer's strike. Season 4, though, it had Teabag off Prison Break in it. As Samuel, you know, and the way it ended, you know, it's kind of like, oh, disappointed, and where Hero went back in time and all this, and got a bit crazy. I think it took me a while to get back into it. Makes it, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of TV shows. I mean, I'm a massive TV series fan, especially for police dramas and Homeland, and I'm a massive Blacklist fan. So, James Spader, Vin Reddington, which I'm yet when I see Age of Ultron this weekend. You know, that's one of the main selling points for me because James Spader was Ultron. You know.
James Spader show. It's awesome. And I've never watched Blacklist or Boston Legal or Legally Blonde. One of the words was legal.
Fatality.
He was in.
I recommend Blacklist on download if you can, or through Skybox sets. It's Blacklist you'll really get into. There's about 20 episodes in each season. We're at the end of season 2, towards the end of season 2 now. And there's a new one called Madam Secretary on Sky Living that's just started this week. Kind of a Homeland
You have been accused
Homeland-esque.
Round 1.
So it's a lot of police dramas and dramas that you can recognise voice actors out of. I mean, I know when watching Better Call Saul, looking at Trevor out of GTA 5, that was in it. I'm like, no way, don't tell me that's him. And it was. I reckon, well, because I knew the voice actor, yeah, you can easily tell. With the voice and I already knew what it looked like because I thought the voice. I said I knew they used motion capture suits, and then looked and then I heard his voice. I thought, yeah, that's Trevor. That's definitely Trevor. Well, he was for a few seconds. Yeah, he definitely was. Yeah, and I've still not completed GTA 5 after all this time.
Well, I'm in the same boat as you. I didn't want to finish it recently, so I took a break, and then never went back to it.
Yeah, the worst part was when it came out 2 years ago, I had a week off for it, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to plaster through there. I never did, and when I went the first day back into work, one of my mates just spoiled it for me in the first conversation I had with him. The ending, what? I'm like, oh, what have you done here? And he did.
Is your mate still alive?
Yeah, for now, though we're quite bad at spoiling things because I mean, I like Rockstar games anyway, and LA Noire and Red Dead Redemption, and I mean, I've completed either of those 2 games.
If anyone spoiled that for you,
Well, it was spoiled for me, but there was a reason because I spoiled the LA Noire ending and without unintentionally, and then it just came out with Red Dead. Oh, he dies at the end. I'm like, oh, cheers, thanks for that. There's no point playing it.
The thing is, if you do it,
Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Round 2.
The ending was like, yeah, maybe so, but I enjoyed the overall 1940s feel to it. You know, I enjoyed that part to it though. But again, I didn't complete Red Dead Redemption until like 3 years after it came out. You know, there's things I have to have like a good portion of time. It's like Borderlands. I didn't play the first Borderlands until after all the DLC came out and 2011 by the time I completed it, and that was been out since 2008. And now Borderlands has come out in the Handsome Jack collection. I've only just played the pre-sequel and blasted through that. I've got Borderlands 2 to go through yet at some point. So there's a lot there.
I'm excited to see a bit of wait for some DLC.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a lot of good time into it. And the story, I mean, I got in Borderlands 1, I really got into the story. Borderlands pre-sequel, I've not really got into the story that much because it doesn't make sense of it. You know, it never does. But the DLC is more value than anything. Pre-sequel's only got 2 bits of DLC, whereas Borderlands 2's got about 4 or 5. So there's enough bang for your buck there. I mean, I'm just starting alongside this as working my way through the Game of Thrones Telltale collection at the moment. I'm on episode 2, so I'm just starting through that. So I mean, the Walking Dead ones, I've done both seasons. I completed the first one pretty much straight away, and season 2 I've only just recently completed that, which I'm a massive fan of the Walking Dead. Well, yeah. I wanted a character to come back into the series, and I was glad when I found out who it was. But then the ending, again, I kind of knew that I was just probably going to do the same thing as season 1. And they did, but it does leave it open. There is definitely season 3 coming, but I was kind of disappointed that I'll get rid of him as well. Yeah, but I went from where I killed him.
One mind,
As Valentine.
Oh no.
Round 2.
Oh no.
Fight.
Because I sided with him the whole game, and I'm like, yeah, but you've gone a bit too far this time, Kenny. And at the end, I was like, I wish I hadn't done that. But
it was just a good choice of having someone that you knew from the first game go with you to find some fact that they don't want to bring him. Like, you know what? I'm not leaving. He is my friend. And then I was in tears. I'm like, this is amazing. I'm never going to leave Kenny. And we went off into the distance.
oh, so it was Kenny survived at the end of it. So I didn't know that was the other end. I thought he died either way.
No, the options are you either go with the girl and kill Kenny, you either go with Kenny, kill the girl, or you go with the girl and still kill Kenny and you're by yourself.
Oh no!
Go back.
What?
You either go. There's 2 places that you go to afterwards. You either go to the place that you've been trying to get to for the whole game, where there is a little community that you can enter with the baby, but they won't take Kenny in, so you're gonna leave him behind. Or you stay with Kenny and then come back, I don't know, in the next season. Or you go with the girl, go back to whatever that place was earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, where you question whether you want to bring them in. Yeah.
Yeah. And that just sounded crazy, and I'm glad I didn't even go down that route because it just sounds like all hell's about to break loose. So,
Yeah, I think season 1. Yeah, season 1 was the biggest emotional wreck for me because you play as Lee, and then obviously the ending, like whoa, this is too much for me. And Dave Fennoy, did a fantastic job, and then you see yourself as Clementine feeling upset, and then flashbacks of Lee in season 2. I think, is he going to come back? Is he really dead? No, but the flashbacks of Lee in the trailer, I'm like, oh god, no, it's just too much. This is too much. And I thought
about that flashback.
I was like, no, don't.
That ruins me, Craig. Literally, waking up on that trailer, I was like, what are you doing to me, Telltale? This is awful. There's only so many buckets of tears I can produce. And
Cassie King.
yeah, they're good storytellers.
Cassie
I
King.
just play the Walking Dead one. No, not Walking Dead. Tales from the Borderlands, which you
Yeah, I mean, I've got Tales of Borderlands and Game of Thrones. I think it was the Easter sale. I bought both season passes of Game of Thrones and Tales of Borderlands, so I will get through with the Borderlands. Well, I haven't started it yet, but the Game of Thrones one I'm working my way through. And the first episode of Game of Thrones and the ending, I'm like, oh, what?
See, I want to play Game of Thrones, but I haven't watched the show, so I'm gonna watch the show first.
Yeah, it's set in between season 3 and 4, so yeah, it's probably a good idea while it's still on Skybox sets to. Obviously, you'd be busy during the week, but you know, once you start watching it, you can't stop. Yeah.
Round 1.
Have you been watching Daredevil?
I've downloaded them. I've got to watch them yet. I am looking forward to watching it now, knowing that the lead man's like being in Downton Abbey and Broadwalk Empire. So I will be working my way through that. I've seen good reviews of it. I've seen clips, but then I'm probably one of the few minority that really enjoyed the film with Ben Affleck in. And it was just, yeah, definitely. You know, those films back in time when original soundtracks were, you know, like with Punisher and that. You know, the soundtrack was really good with the rock music and the indie music. But then it, you know, you don't see as much. You don't see it as much.
Yeah, I've never noticed that Cassie costume before.
Yeah, I unlocked it. I think it's in the crypt. No, it was. It was I randomly got it in a living tower. I don't understand. There's a brutality with her using the guns, but I don't know what it is. I don't know how to do it. I've only figured out Sub-Zero's brutality the other day. You know, just before you get to the finish and freeze him and then use the uppercut and it slices his head off. Quite a good one. Oh. Oh, close. Oh, bug eyes. Ooh. There's another one which really, which is one I like. I've seen pretty much all the Fate. What? Sorry.
There is a new king.
Raiden's second one when he's got this rod and he kind of stabs it in them and he gets a lightning to basically conduct lightning straight.
I've unlocked it in the crypt, but I haven't used it yet. Who should I try? I think I'm just going to Sub-Zero. Which Sub-Zero have I got? I've unlocked Revenant and Classic. I've got the Classic one. I did unlock it. That means I've got to play on the right hand side of the screen, which I hate. It's not because I'm used to winning, it's just because I'm not used to, you know, you're just used to facing a certain way, aren't you, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, did a trophy pop up for you then?
No, I probably have it, or I didn't do something correct.
No, it's just winning a King of the Hill match, I think. I think you might, unless you played it before and won one.
I've played, I had a bit of practice on the week of the game coming out. Got my backside handed to me, as always, as you've seen so far. But yeah, King of the Hill is, I remember on the Xbox 360, when I played King of the Hill, you used to have your little avatars.
Yeah. I think that's something that Microsoft, you know, ought to, whether if they're going to do it or not, which I think they should do, is bring the avatars back for Xbox One and do a proper job of it. I think it's missing, because you can't have that software, you know, into your Xbox One thing where you create a gamer picture. I think, you know, if you've got to start on the Xbox 360, you've got to see it through, I think. But then this is where PlayStation are doing so well really at the moment, with, you know, be able to use your Facebook pictures and, you know, and things like that. you know, uploading things to Facebook and doing things and search for your friends through Facebook is really good. You know, the features they're doing. I shouldn't have picked Sub-Zero.
It's completely different player style, but
Left you into a trap there that you can't jump at me. But you didn't see the freeze coming. Oh, my favourite variation of Kenshi is the possessed one. It's just that, you know, you're using like a ghost, you know, a possessed character in front of you to I don't know. It's just they're all really good at Kenshi's. It's just with that I pinpoint that one because it's like, you know, using a second little entity that does moves for you. You know, Johnny Cage has got a variation like that as well. I think it's Hollywood. A stunt double one. Oh, you're gonna beat me now. Ah!
One mind, one voice.
Final round. Fight.
I keep looking at my EX bar at the bottom and thinking the left one's mine. And now, that should have been a hint for you to block it. What? Oh, I missed my chance to do the brutality. Oh. Never mind.
that was a pretty cool. Sorry.
Sub-Zero
That was a
wins.
good fight. GG's.
It was, I think it was pretty close. That was between us. You won one, I've won one at the moment.
There is a new king.
There's a new king.
There is a new king. Oh man, how can they have Shang Tsung's voice? Is it Shang Tsung's or what's the boss?
I thought Shao Kahn,
Shao Kahn's voice.
and not include him in the game.
None of them had him in the game. I tell you what though, I'm glad he's not prepared to fight because he was the reason why I had a lot of sleepless nights and saw fun.
Sonya Blade.
He was the worst. He was awful. He was mean.
Aaron Black.
Great about the game. He cheated.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Cyber Sub-Zero was one of my favourite characters at Mortal Kombat 9. But then again, that wasn't really explained in terms of, you know, why he couldn't be in this game, really, because if I remember correctly, doing his part of the story in the individual towers, he was corrupted at the end. Even though he turned good, he was corrupted again, and it would have been nice for him to appear in the game, because Cyber Sub-Zero was in one of the early Mortal Kombats as well.
Oh right.
I'm sure he was. I remember him being in it. I think it's because of the Cyrax and oh, come on, what was it? Cyrax used his remains and made a robotic version out of him. Yeah, they did in the last one. That was explained really well in the last one. But then there was flashbacks of them in this one with the Sub-Zero and Scorpion, part of the story.
You're not understanding me.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, come on. Here you go, it's another cool feature where each ball each different. And that's sort of where they've done that. Oh, I wanted to use my X-ray, but mine's one of the counter ones.
Final round.
Oh yeah.
Fight.
Oh, and I still went into it like a donut. That's me in a nutshell, Craig.
Yeah.
Up, out, still running into that.
So me, when you go online, you always know if you jump in, you're going to get an uppercut. I haven't until just. I'm trying to get the laser move. What's it? There we go. Oh, I could have gone for that then. No, I don't know what happened there, because I just had a quick look at the brutalities and finishing moves. So I've unlocked a few for Sonya. I just saw one said boot to head, right and X, and it didn't work obviously. But then again, it was under finishing. Yeah. I find that quite nice.
A little watch seemed to be broken there.
Hmm?
A little gauntlet watchy jiggy thingy wasn't working there in a little outro video. Who broke it?
No idea.
Kung Jin.
Good old Kung Jin, aka Green Arrow.
Well, yeah, the Green Arrow. Well, that's another part of Injustice that I did like, because I'm a big fan of the Arrow TV series. You know, they had the skin with the voice actor of Stephen Amell doing the voice in one of the skins. Like, I was really impressed with that.
Yeah.
And I'd be interested to see Batman vs Superman. What, you know, it's like, actually, we're going TV series. It's like you always know Kiefer Sutherland for Jack Bauer. You know, you can't really know him for anything else. Whereas, like the Arrow, you know, as Stephen Amell, you can't think of anybody else that'll play that role. You know, if somebody else is doing the Green Arrow in the film, Batman vs Superman, you think, well, it's not right. It's not what we know. And then the TV series will suffer, and then it'll be bad all round. Yeah. Shinnok's actually quite good. To be honest, his variation's quite good. The 3-1, the bone crusher one on the left hand side is good. This is the middle one. I prefer this one.
Round 2.
He's got everything.
Fight.
Oh, that's a similar one, isn't it? I tried doing that on my own, but I couldn't do that move for some reason. Oh. Oh!
Did it?
Brutality. I've tried that a million times with him and never thought that would work.
What was the setup that you had to do for that?
All it said was the last move before the finish. It moved you the left and right, and square, and then because I figured out Jackie Briggs's the other day, last night. You have to press down, forward, and
Aaron Black.
I don't want to be Aaron Black. I'll be Johnny Cage.
Johnny
Down, forward, and square was the prerequisite before the finish. Was it? I'll have to put the link on Twitter. But you turn them around, then you shoot them in the back of the head, and you get blood all over yourself as Jackie. But then their head explodes, which is quite good. I've only done a few brutalities because they're not as easy to, you know, just do, because you can't be, if you're playing people online, it's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Now Johnny Cage's, his is the I can't remember what that movie is now. I think it might be what's the bit where you get bust the balls? I'm having a quick look. No, it's alright. Nut punch is right down in. I think that's the one you have to do. It's a move before the you get to the finish him. Just before, when you've got like 10% health. I think the bit from the Mortal Kombat film back in '95 where Johnny Cage does that on Goro was just like brilliant. Yeah, it's very corny back in the day, but let's see what the brutality is if I manage to get to it before. I'd be lucky if I get it. Well, it's I think when you do that nut punch, his head falls off. And I don't understand how that happens, but yeah. Yeah, it's always the challenge on mine with it. Oh, I was trying to set up for it.
Final round, fight.
Oh, that was another move back in the day, the teleport.
Thank you and good night. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
His head fell. Why would his head fall off?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a record clip of that, I think.
Xbox, record that. Wait, wrong platform.
No, that's wrong platform, mate.
Oh man.
Oh, that was. After some others haven't mastered yet of it. It's just I've got to do that again. I've just got to do it again. I know I have.
Oh, whose head is would be pretty hilarious to see fall off when I'll choose them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other people's Jaxes. I watched Jaxes. I've done Jaxes actually. The opponent has to be ducking his final hit as well. Now Ferritora, that's a person I haven't mixed opinion about using Ferritora for some reason.
Really?
It's not a bad character to play. People saying he's OP, but he isn't because he's got longer legs with him being big. It can easily be said about Goro and with his 1,000,001 arms, but he doesn't work that way. I don't think. To be honest.
Call me.
Yeah. Ferritora is a strange one.
I think what all the other brutalities are like if it went to unlock them all. Bloody hell. I only heard about Johnny Cage's from my mate. He put a clip on Facebook the other day and I thought, I'm going to have to try it. See, this variation, I mean, you look at that, you know, the sidekick of him, he's doing nothing.
It's giving me a lot more power, which is not there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of the...
There it is.
I know what's coming. I should avoid it, really. See, this is a variation of Johnny Cage I don't really understand that well. I don't know, look, he does that, but... Yeah, that's what I was trying to say when you're comparing the two, it's... But that doesn't last forever, though. Oh, I got a bit cocky there with that.
Wait, where's she coming from? Get out. Get out. Where's your back?
Round 2. Fight.
See, you would have thought with a big guy like that hitting his balls won't hurt him, but... And Johnny Cage can get his legs up that high.
Didn't know face could do that.
I was lucky to get that.
Final round. Fight.
Join your feet down.
But I think doing that thing to him, making him go yellow, slows him down. So when they're doing the jumps, it's not that quick. Oh, this could be trouble. Oh. How did I manage that?
Johnny Cage.
That's...
Kick him into the water. Go on. Spoot her.
Yeah, he's just standing there thinking, wanting to check in how he's doing, you know. It's really like pointless.
Defending.
His head. Oh my goodness. Oh man. That's crazy. That.
What I'll probably do, I'll probably finish off with this match. Well, into the next two matches if you want to go for the those easy trophies, because I probably haven't got that. I'll probably talk you through what they were. So you have to knock me down to like 10% health, and then I've got to beat you in that round. Then we'll do it the second round, swap it over. So you could probably be any character. I'll probably do it on you first. Well, I'll knock you down to 10%, and then you beat me, and we'll swap it round afterwards. Nice easy trophy to end up on.
Jax.
Cool. Go Jax.
Let's go.
I don't think I'll be able to get the 10 hit combo of every character. I've done it, some of them automatic through the X-rays, but a lot of them aren't.
And there's a trophy for doing that with every character.
Need help finding
Yeah,
the
doing 10x combo with every character.
round one.
Alright, so let me knock you down first, mate. Yeah, down, back, and triangle. That's with the possessed. Alright, I've got to be careful here. Alright. 1, 2. Right, there you go. The trophy won't pop up until the end of the match. Ooh, that's another good thing about the interactables. I like that. I like that.
Gotcha.
Well done. Alright, swap that over. Now you beat me down.
Round 2. Fight. Gotcha.
10%.
Yeah. That's it. Right, there we go. Sneak an extra one in there, Sean.
Who'd have knows though, Craig?
These X-ray moves seem a bit far-fetched, really, for the damage, because you won't. It's like a Ferratura in the last one. You know, if you stab them in the eye, you're not going to see for the rest of the match. Right, and now it's just a normal fight now. Tease me towards the hammer. It's not there. I thought it would come up in the next round, but
Finish him.
his second variation one's good with a puppet. For some reason I haven't unlocked.
Wood chip machine.
Nice, right the butter. Let's hope the trophy pops up in a second. I should imagine it will.
That was crazy.
Throne defended.
I'm surprised it hasn't come up yet. Might do in the menus. Oh no.
It could be a slow pop today.
Yeah, I'll go back to the main menu. I wonder why that is. That's a bit weird. Usually it comes on. Alright. Okay guys, thank you much for sorry, I'm losing my words. Thank you very much for watching. The video will be on demand on YouTube very soon, and me and Sean will both tweet out the link to that. So thank you again for watching.